we're live, and Crash does some shit behind my back, like this. Which is pretty peculiar. He kinda gets a little impatient, see, like... He just kinda doesn't want me to stay still. And we've got a viewer. Uh-oh. He's feeling kinda sleepy. Oh, Crash, come on. Aww. Buddy, wake up. There you go. Oh. I left this idle that last Saturday morning to play it with my sister, and she noticed that Crash was being a little impatient. And he was doing a whole bunch. He was doing a few of these things. I found that was kind of cute. He's sleeping. His expressions are so amazing, though. I'm just gonna be on my mic for now. I didn't realize, I thought the person that came on the stream was actually me, because sometimes it recognizes me as a viewer and not just a host. But it was really cute when I saw that. The attention to detail to the game and such. Oh, for fuck's sake, this bed is so too close to my mother must have moved it. Okay, that's sort of better. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Shiny card though. Hey, Okay, so yeah, I showed off a little bit of the intro thing. Again, only because the thing showed it, I guess a cool intro thing. Sorry, I was looking at this, about the thing here, and I'm noticing the design in the Team Oxide card. The headlights specifically, they look like they got the same headlights as Oxide's hovercraft on the car. Anyway, like the description says, I'm going to be doing the rest of the time trial that Entropy did. How I know this is because if you go to the high scores menu, it's like just time trial. You can scroll through the tracks in which he had a time trial on. Now, mind you, he's not shown on here, but he has the time trials for everything but for every other track. It's the CTR campaign except for Cortex Castle and Oxide Station, mainly because those are the two hardest tracks to speed run. So that's the tracks that he maintains in CTR's track list. But in C&K's track list, surprisingly, he only has 3 in the entire lineup. That being Jungle Boogie, Deep Sea Driving, and Spaceway. Which is why I'm going to go into time trial mode and how do you slide? Do you know how to slide and keep your boost? Yes, I do know how to slide. I know how to slide and keep my boost. I'll show you in this time trial thing here, buddy. Don't worry, we'll figure things out. I can explain it in the video. I can explain it as it loads. The way you maintain your boost while you slide is you the only way I can understand it is that when you do this, when you got a boost going, your exhaust fumes are like actual fire, not just red and tiny fumes, like big fumes. And as long as you keep doing little turbo slides, then you can keep your boost. Also doing jumps also do it too. To get the longest boost stream, the meter I've got enabled right now, make sure that meter goes all the way to the end, or close to the end, and then you'll get a longer boost out of it when you do all 3 of them at once in one single speed, or one single drift. And you might not, as you can see here, my fumes aren't exactly always in that state, but if you're using a classic Coco or engine, for example, you'll notice that as long as you are going fast and those fumes are turning up like that, then you can do pretty good. But in tracks that like Hyper Spaceway and such, that have super turbo pads, which immediately make your car have a blue flame instead of an orange flame, which is the aforementioned sacred flame. And if you want to keep that, first off, you gotta know what you're doing with it. I don't know what I'm doing with it at times, unless it's a really simplistic track that I'm doing. But if you if you say,
And that's how it's done.
if you say go off the ramp just normally, the fumes, the blue fire will only go for as long as the jump goes. But if you drift into the boost pad while running onto the, while doing a drift, then you'll, as long as you do the mini turbos mid-air without doing a trick, then those fumes will stay as long as you keep on boosting. And if you bump into something or lose your speed, then the fumes will go away, much like regular boosting. So, in my opinion of playing the game for the few days that I've been playing it, in fact for my entire life, basically, since this is basically like the original, if you just pay attention to your heads-up display, or if you're like me, enable the nitro wheels, which give the tires a glow effect when you go to drift. Yeah, and certain tracks I've noticed, if you say you notice that when I complete this time trial that it said Entropy opened, that certain tracks, certain tracks have a shortcut that you might not even realize it's there. For example, there's a shortcut in Papu's Pyramid, where you know the hill going up to the downhill to where the starting line is. Well, in the Entropy Ghost, he literally uses the incline going up. He jumps off of that and goes on the other side rather than taking the U-turn on the road. He takes a U-turn in the air and jumps to the other side. So there's certain levels like that that do that, but for the most part, yes, most people use either the Sacred Flame if they're experienced enough to contain its power, and mostly boost their way to victory. And also with power-ups too, if they're lucky not to get bombarded by them like I have. I mean, I've been bombarded by it online, so that's why people are able to be so far ahead. When you see, like, online, and you see this guy, he's just, like, miles away from the crowd. That's because he's been boosting the entire time. Since he's up ahead, he can do whatever he wants. Sometimes when I get ahead, I stay put and let someone pass me just because I'm getting bored of being ahead as people. But if you manage to do that, this game is intricate, isn't it? Well, I don't know what the intricate means, but if you were to say that this game is a little, to play it in a serious level, it sort of is. But if you get used to it, it'll be like a walk in a park. Like, I played Mario Kart. I know this ain't like Mario Kart, but when you think about the aspect of how you turn and stuff, like the mechanics of turning, the mechanics of turning while you're drifting are sort of in the same way as CTR, except with CTR you can do 3 boosts instead of charging up a boost at the end of the drift. So that's the only difference in that, is that CTR has an extra step to getting the boost you need. Well, when you think about it, this is sort of the same thing as if you count local multiplayer, because you got 4 screens and such. Where's how to get this? I'm trying to think in terms of the conversation here. Sorry, I'm repeating your message again. But I understand why people would say that, because Nintendo's tries to be more of a family-friendly kind of game. Like, there's no objectives, there's no like achievements in the game. It's just all about having fun, kind of deal. But with Sony games and such, they all have achievements and all have these challenges and stuff. And CTR has been known to be challenging on itself. Like, not this game. Like, the original CTR was pretty much as challenging as this. Like, if you wanted to get the entropy as a character, you actually had to boost, like I'm boosting, in the game in order to beat him. Because if you don't, you're gonna have to restart the thing like you do in Relic Challenge, because you one slip up and you probably might as well kiss your record goodbye. Because, like, from my experience playing against entropy, either the tracks that I do fast on, I'm either a few seconds behind him, or I'm a few seconds ahead of him. Which ahead of him means it's not so good, and behind him being a little bit more hopeful. And you want to know the kicker about this system? If you finish a time trial and you get the entropy open thing, you can't hit restart. You have to click X. You have to select change level and do this, just to enable the ghost. You can't just hit restart, because it'll just show your ghost instead of the entropy ghost. And why I'm playing Coco is because her acceleration is really fast. Now, some people might choose Dingodile. Well, Dingodile, I think, is because his speed is maxed out and his acceleration is sort of close to halfway. That's why some of the big characters, like, if you've seen Canadian Guy A play Dingodile, he fucking shreds the goddamn track. He was way ahead of me when I first played online. So you just practice a little bit. Heck, maybe like go into battle mode and like practice your drifting a little bit there, like Rocky Road or Skull Island. There's Skull Island, I think. Just any circular track, and practice your boosting there. And then once you figure it out, then you'll understand how to do it in actual tracks. And you'll notice that if you go on a boost pad right after you do 3 consensual boosts, your boost will be 2 times longer than doing it without a boost pad. Now, as you notice, I'm way behind Entropy, because I really wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. That's another thing. Entropy's ghost not only is challenging, but he also gives you a understanding as to what shortcuts you can take in the game, which is really neat. Like, the one in Blizzard Bluff is curious, because I saw someone try to do it in online mode, and they failed clearly, because I saw them come back up with a fucking Uka Uka mask. But the first ice patch in Blizzard Bluff you find, you're supposed to have enough speed to gain momentum to bounce off the snowbank to the left and be able to skip the entire section. Skip the entire section of the little bridge house thing that you have to turn into. But if someone told you that when they played online and they said, you know, the game is kind of hard compared to Mario Kart, I wouldn't blame them, but it's kind of overselling it. Because my first match, well, maybe not my first match, but the second match, a few matches after that, I've noticed there's been like power-up bombardment, mostly because there's new players and some competitive players as well. There's no ranking system to tell who's more experienced, but let's be honest, it doesn't matter what a ranking system shows. There's bound to be someone that's gonna beat you, and they're like level 7. Because people have been playing this game since its release date. So if they're so good all of a sudden, it's because they had some practice with the original, I think. Because it feels much like the original when I play it. It just feels like a facelift. A facelift, but while keeping the intricate design of said face. And if I'm restarting this thing constantly, it's because I keep screwing up the startup boost. Which, by the way, if you want to do a reserve boost at the start, do what I'm doing. Make sure the bar fills up right when it hits green. Because then you'll get an even bigger boost than you would just hitting X right before it hits green. Now I'm noticing that either I'm making myself distracted by talking out loud, or I'm just not understanding the lingo of this. So if anyone messages me and I don't respond, it's because I'm focusing. I'm not ignoring you guys. Another thing, which I'm starting to realize what Entropy's taking, is there's a section to the right that at the bottom there, he's taking that pathway. I know he's taking that pathway. It's just the little things.
Let's go!
Maybe he's not, I don't know. Maybe it's not the appropriate time for him to, or for anyone to take that path. Now, why I'm racing him is because if you do all of the time trials that he has his record on, then he will be unlocked as a playable character. And this is for both versions of this game. Both the original and this remaster. Now, the thing with these ghost races is that as long as you're ahead of the ghost, then that means you're likely be ahead of his time. And if you're still ahead of him, then you'll likely see you beat Entropy. Now, after this, you'll see in the time trial there'll be a nitrous oxide ghost, but that's only if you really want a challenge. I'm only doing it to unlock Entropy. I'm not gonna do an extra step. But you kinda get the idea from what I'm doing. And you might think, well, I've done this several times before and like I keep getting a fail. Which, by the way, I feel like sometimes the fail noise sounds like the duck hunt dog's the little bandits, western bandits, as is one of his special moves. Looked up, bro. I don't know. Anyway, but that's, you might think you might think it's intricate because it's like you keep doing it and you fail every time. Well, just maybe try baby stepping it a little bit. Like each time you boost, try going a little further in the bar, and it might not have to be like right when it's full, but hitting it when it's just about to get full will count as a full boost. A full reserve boost. If that's, I figure that's what you refer to as the keeping the boost, is the reserve boost system, which that's how it works. The reserve boost system. I'm glad you asked that, because like I was kind of gonna explain it anyway in the stream anyway, about how to achieve the nitrous, the entropy races. The key thing is to make sure that you are boosting, not all the time. Some parts of the track might require you to brake. Like if you're on the turbo track and you're on the S turn, you can't, there's no way you can do it fast. And besides, the entropy boss slows down in that area anyway. The entropy ghost. But certain parts won't need you to be boosting as much, but there'll be certain parts that will require you to do the power slide boost and stuff. The jump boost doesn't hurt either, unless you want to do this. This is the blue fire thing I mentioned. That is... If you... Now, understandably, these obstacles are hard to do. But if you do a turbo, if you do that boost along those pads, doesn't matter if you're just doing the boost as you're landing it, it's still gonna count. But if you do that, then it might not work. Now, understandably, you might run into a wall or two when you do this, mainly because you're not familiar with the map's layout, like I am sometimes. I've played most of these tracks anyway, out of curiosity. And because I was online. Now, if you keep that boost and you know what you're doing, then you can take the entire track while doing this. Because you'll notice it's significantly faster than the regular turbo pads that you see on the line on the floor. As soon as you see the fire turning blue like this, then you'll know you've hit a super turbo pad. I'm not taking this seriously because this is just a warm-up thing. I know how to take most of these turns. As long as you hit a turbo pad and keep on doing this, then you'll gain the boost and keep the boost you've been wanting to keep. You go insanely fast.
And that's how it's done.
And in case you're wondering, I do in fact like the Link's Coco skin. That's why I'm using it. It looks cute. And you get this skin by playing as her 10 times, or not playing as her 10 times, winning a race with her 10 times. After you unlock the first Coco skin, that is. Which is Blue Coco, which is just Coco with yellow fur and blue hair and eyelashes, or eyelids. Now I don't know if it said intro be opened or not. I'm gonna check. I might have not have been fat. Maybe I didn't trigger it or not. Oh, I did. Okay. I see his time sometimes is quicker than mine because he probably he didn't bump into things as much as I did. So that's just gonna be challenging. I'm just crunching an ice cube. Let's see, the hints are really helpful too, because they tell you things that sometimes people might not notice. Like, I didn't notice that with the bowling bombs you can detonate them by hitting circle again, which is the same button you use to use the item. Ah, crap. I knew I was gonna fuck up. Let's see, he appeared. He sometimes uses the boost, the turbo boost pad, but I think the reason that makes him so hard in this level is because each jump in this fucking level has a turbo boost pad. How is he getting further away from me? I'm taking basically the same path as he is. Unless he's doing some trick to make sure he's getting faster than me. I think the problem here is that he's actually using the Sacred Fire boosts when he's in the tube, but I'm not. Ah, fuck's sake, the timing on that is bull. Okay, I don't know if anyone else is noticing it, but I feel like he's using a quicker way to go around that turn. I think I know just how he's doing it too. Similar to the Papu Papu thing. No, it's not. Of course it had to be that fucking... I'm doing so well in the one turn I have go on to that I'm way ahead of him. That's when the wheels start turning really slowly ahead of me. Yeah. There's an intricate shortcut there. Oh, of course. How the hell did he get ahead of me now this time? The fucking bastard probably took the same... Probably just literally took that little thing in the middle that I took. He's somehow getting like a turbo, he's getting the Sacred Flame at the second lap, and he's somehow keeping his head way ahead of me. Yeah, he's catching on to me like real quick on that fucking thing. Like, I really gotta make sure he's behind me. And if I'm gonna ever hell of the times if I'm ever gonna beat his ghost, he needs to stay behind me at all times. One time I say, keep him behind me, that's when I fucking do that. When I didn't think that was actually gonna fucking be an hazard. I thought that was just for scenery. This kind of level kind of reminds me a little bit of BioShock. In the sense that it's an underwater facility that things that living under... Oh jeez, of course, but... In terms of the fact that it's a dome, that dome area especially makes me think BioShock. Like the very first BioShock. BioShock Infinite or whatever. This one's especially hard. I didn't think it was gonna be this fucking hard, but I guess it is. Oh yes, because that's how you fucking go off a ramp. Don't just correct the cart in the proper position and just let it go the proper way. Just fucking let it fall in the pit where it's unfortunately angled. I know you're thinking, why don't you just keep on playing the track instead of just restarting it? Well, from experience, the moment he's ahead of you, there's no way of gaining that lead back. You might think it's just a fluke, but you really can't gain anything back from it. Because then the next thing you know that he's way ahead of you because he took some sort of intricate shortcut that was also in the said track. That's why I'm not taking my chances, which is one of the reasons why I fuck. This is why I restart the track. I had to restart that because I kept hitting triangle. What I don't like about this fucking track is that it's like as soon as you try to do anything as fast as you can, even if you can't turn it in, it's like it punishes you for going too fast. Like, I don't understand it. Okay. Especially falling off edges, might as well restart as well. Why do I keep screwing that up? I'm so frustrated with this freaking ghost that I'm literally screwing up my own turbo reserves. There. This is a good lead here. But doing that, it's gonna cost you a bit. And it's costing me a lot because as soon as I screwed up that one, I was bound to script the last two. So I'm choking because, well, I want to get this character unlocked, and I'm just 2 tracks away. It's gonna turn into a flashback like fucking last time, where he's not further away behind me, so as soon as he starts to gain the fucking sacred fire behind me, he's gonna catch up to me. Now why I restarted is because, again, you wipe out by falling off or hitting something, you gotta restart. If you really want to get the trophy, you gotta actually restart the trial. But there's no way in hell you're gonna get him beat his times. That's better. So even if he does get it faster, I'm still gonna be in the tubes. At least was in the fucking tubes. Jesus Christ. Why is it that 50-50 I keep doing that damn turn? Boys, it seems like a 50-50 that I either get the boost or fucking don't get the boost. Oh, fuck it. He ain't gonna make a bloody difference, he's just driving. It makes a difference now, because he's going right ahead of me. This was a much better lap. He's way behind me. tip of how to get these just square on is to pay attention to what they're positioning. Are you kidding me? No, Intropy, you're not getting the fucking win.
And that's how it's done.
But how I was, which is also an interesting fact, how I was managing to do that. There's just nothing. The key word in those tubes is to pay attention to what's ahead of you. Like driving anyway. Driving in general. Pay attention to what's ahead of you, not what's in front of you. Because I pretty much nailed what the boost, pretty much close to nailed how the boost system works. So I know how to go avoid that. So I can just continue on my merry way, you know? Okay, so the final one of the tracks is Hyperspaceway. Now this is an interesting one because it's actually segments of track put together as one track, but not like from other race tracks. It's more or less like a few sections. I think there used to be more sections, but there's limited to a total of 3 segments. How would you get the sacred fire in this? Well, there's a turbo pad just around here. Just same thing as before. Well, what's ahead of you? And if you do it right, then you'll be shooting through across this, no problem. Also, that's totally a Velo as a robot. Like a robotic version of Velo's, of fake Velo's face. Though I'm beginning to think that in order to keep the sacred fire, you gotta actually reserve boosts, because doing short boosts don't make it last long. Okie dokie.
And that's how it's done.
See, my theory is proven. because the tracks that I have tried to do to see if he'd show up as an open, he hasn't shown up. So let's see if his time is much the same as mine. If it isn't, then I'm gonna be concerned. It's much the same, except mine's a little quicker. This is a mistake. By the way, you gotta make sure you check that, otherwise you'll be just making a new ghost instead of playing against said ghost. Now, getting all the time trials will not only unlock trophies as a character, but his paint as well. His signature card paint job. So I'm just getting this out of the way, because I think there's an achievement for unlocking him. Of course, naturally, the ghost would try to do that. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, that should be fucking getting animated. Wait, what? He's already ahead of me? Where the fuck did he go? You see what I mean? Like, he literally just sneaks up behind you, takes like a shortcut that you don't even see is there. Oh, now he's getting ahead of me somehow. Oh, the bastard's taking the fucking low road below me. Just saw that. That's how he's getting ahead. He fucking sneakily chose that road to the left. Oh yes, as soon as I started trying to boost, it started to slide. That's when the car decides to go by fault logic. Oh yeah, because that's how it totally works. Oh oh yeah, of course. Naturally, the fucking road where you think that it's gonna be near the start too is not near the start. Oh yes, because you need another reserve boost to say, go up the ramp and skip that whole little tight section. Yeah, that makes bullshit sense. Boy, do I hate this ugly fucking mug looking at me behind. This really is the final countdown, isn't it? How is he getting the speed he needs to get on that, anyway? Okay, I think I know why he's getting close to me, because I'm not doing the reserve boost as quickly. There's... Oh yes, because right when I finish the hard part of trying to keep ahead of him, that's when my luck starts to shatter. I think I'm gonna unlock him. It's just a hunch though. Did he just fail on a certain part or something? Because he stood still for a moment. He hasn't even done that part yet. I'm totally got it in the bag, guys. Trophy, you shall be part of my roster for adventure mode. That's if I ever want adventure mode or online. That was a little bit of a weird stump that the game immediately thought that needed to be there.
And that's
I
how
beat
it's
him.
done.
Yes. Please tell me I unlock him. X fucking excuse me, what? I beat his boss. Or I beat him in the fucking track. Do I not unlock him as a character? Like, hello? Or is he got a fucking... No. He doesn't appear on the thing here. I don't get it. What one did I miss? Because look, I mean, at least he was on the billboard here. He was here, he was there, he probably was here. He was there, he was there. Are you kidding me? Beat all of Entropy's times in time trial mode. I did that. Are you telling me that the ones that his name isn't on is also the ones I've gotta fucking do? I did all this for nothing. Unfucking believable. Because I swear to you, I went on the ones that like, look, I'll show you. Especially Citadel City, Hot Air Skyway, Cortex Castle, that I'm at the top there. I'm on the top on that list, right there. Oxide Station, that's my top, that's my most best time. No Oxide Ghost offered there. I'll show you. Local Arcade, Chime Trial. No sign of oxide or fucking entropy anywhere. What the fuck is this game's deal? There's a trophy on every single one of these. Beat him at every single one of these ones that has his name on it, and he's not unlocked. What the fuck is going on? Honest to goodness, this freaking Crash Discord. Sometimes it bothers me that when you go to look at notifications that Discord. Oh, I didn't go to scroll to the bottom. Oh well. I'm not spending this entire fucking game trying to unlock a character I can't fucking play as.
As expected.
I guess in a sense that I did most of the campaign tracks in a day, so I could do some of those other Nitro Kart tracks. One thing I forgot to do was to get the purple coin here. Also, you can tell that this game is using the same engine as Skylanders, because look. It's like, looking in here with that sky and stuff, it's like looking at the version of it, the Iceberg Lab in Twinsanity. Well, as you walk in the area, the sky color changes. Wait, what? Oh, right. Okay, so this is the other thing I missed. Oh shit. There's so many nitros here. Are you kidding me? I've been able to hit that with both the item box. Can't believe I'm fucking wasting my time trying to get entropy unlocked. When all I come to find out is that when it says beat all this times, it means beat every single motherfucking track of the game. Just to unlock a goddamn character that looks like a goddamn Gordon Ramsay knockoff. No fucking thanks. I'll try again likely fucking later, but like sometime down the road, but I don't see myself fucking getting Cortex Castle figured out. Am I supposed to do this efficiently? By the way? Because I'm having difficulty fucking doing this quick enough.
It might be time for an upgrade.
Finally, the time I jump on that, actually, it lets me grab the damn crystal. Sake, they're everywhere down here. Now I ain't getting it. Oh, of course. Naturally. The one time I growl to grab it, the way I did grab it. And I missed it. Of course. Holy crap, will I fucking grab these crystals? about you. Kiss my fucking ass. Kiss my fucking ass. Kiss my fucking ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss, 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 kiss my ass. Why couldn't they just nerf his fucking goddamn times anyway? Like, make it so that you could just unlock them a more easier way, like how you could just unlock the bosses by beating them in adventure mode as soon as you meet them, instead of just having to unlock them by the gem cups. Nope, Beanox had to be a complete, utter asshole and just make every single one of these, every single track in the game to be a challenge to unlock them. Oh, don't you give me that fucking nitro crates. Of course, naturally. Time-wise, not good. Not good at all, Coco. Are you kidding me? The most simple fucking... Nope, it's not good at all if I keep fucking hitting those. Oh, piss off, you piece of shit. Oh, this is so fun, guys. Really, really it is. It's really fucking fun. So fun to play this. So fun. So fun to just fucking keep hitting nitro to nitro each time just because a crystal is out of my fucking reach every time I try to just turn to it. Some people might think, well, why not use your damn bombs? Well, some of them, the bombs don't just go through the fucking nitro, they blow up with the nitro. So, it's a lose-lose if I try doing that. So I might as well be just doing that to myself constantly. It's pissing me off though. Every time I turn this cart, it keeps wanting to go an inch away from the fucking crystal. Why can't they just be fat crystals so I can touch them when I'm just around them? What's the fun in that? What's the fun in having crystals super fat? Just make them the same size as they were in the same trilogy, and make them just as bullshit to grab as they were in the original, because that was challenging, and that was why it's called Crystal, or a Crystal Challenge. Grab them in the time limit. So that implies being pissed off because still driving into them is just as bullshit.
There's always room for improvement, I guess.
Sitting right there in front of me, and the fucking game just has to stop me right there as soon as I'm getting close to it. so fucking glad when I get this whole crap done. Didn't touch the nitro, by the way, but it decided to be a bitch anyway. Oh, of course it missed the natural one sitting right here. And I missed the... oh my god, how many of these fucking crystals am I missing from below? Feels like they just reappear. Just to be a shit for brains, and I'm not accepting that. I usually always slide into that.
It might be time for an
Where
upgrade.
is the fucking rest of them? Oh yes. Guess I'm totally gonna go and accept that. You know, if I could get one of those, like, rooms where there's breakable shit for, and, like, break shit for free, don't have to worry about paying any of it, I'd love to go to one of those when I'm at this pissed. Because I most guarantee waste all my energy busting and breaking shit. Because crystal grab is probably the most atrocious thing to ever be on this goddamn thing. I can never get it, the crystal. I'll have to do 2 serves before I get the crystal, and I fucking time out right when there's like 2 left. I just want to scream, but I can't scream. Rocky Road. More like Cocky Road. I swear to God, I was touching that fucking crystal for a second. Okay, let's try a more intricate route, going the right. Not good, but at least you fucking grab a crystal. Oh yes, because aiming towards a crystal is totally what I want to fucking do. Or no, aiming towards a nitro grade is what I want to do the most in the game. Crystal hitboxes, more like crystal dick boxes. Like honestly. Must have, the Beanox team must have thought that this was a funny ass idea. Just ever so hilarious to just keep the hitboxes just as tiny. That being an inch 1 inch less than the fucking thing. I can't. It's sitting right fucking in front of me. Why can't I just grab it? Why do they have to fucking slow you down? Draw to a complete fucking halt. Want the fucking goddamn CTR token and be on my merry effing way. Is that too much to ask? Apparently wanting to get entropy is too much to ask for, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, for real, how much is too faithful? This is too faithful. Make a game.
And that's how it's done.
Make a game like this and make it too faithful, and you get people still bitching at the stuff that was a struggle in the original, like this. Like, really, like, is that their accomplishment? Is to make everyone feel just as pissed off and stuff? Because it's sure as hell working. Sure as hell is working for me. sorry for those that were watching and didn't like my cursing earlier about the trophy. I just find it's bullshit that you can't.
And that's how it's done.
You can't just unlock him by just beating a certain few tracks of his that he put times on. The fact that you have to do every single one of them, and the fact that the time that I put on every single one of them, on the ones I could do, didn't meet his fucking very specific expectations. So of course I'm gonna get annoyed that I have to be faster on the tracks that I swear that I'm going faster on.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Let's go, my boy Sim. Pretty accurate to the online experience, I must say. Fun. Oh, you want to have fun in this lobby?
Takes more than that to cook me.
Are you kidding me, this bull crap?
Like taking candy from a baby.
I only did this, I'm only wanting now to play as Zim because of this beautiful podium animation he makes. You want to see these beautiful podium animation? Look at, just come and see his podium animation. Well, then just look at the beauty that he has. Like his, like,
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
Team Oxide Yellow. Look at these fucking tight corners, like seriously. How does someone to fucking go fast in that section? This is the worst designed. Worst designed fucking track for any kind of time trial. There we go. I was wondering when Tiny was gonna hit that. The Nitro crate. Sort of Tiny hits that. Be surprised.
Taking candy from a baby.
Feels like some of the turns are like shorter. It feels smaller. At least we'll be able to see Pinstripe's cutscene. I only seen a spoiler of what of suggesting what he does after you beat him.
What, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna race Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course. Only in the Discord of the Crash Discord, and I just can't help but notice the fact that there's that shows a picture, a screenshot of Tag Team Racing's Overworld. It says, remaster this when? And it just shows a picture of Crash spinning into a fucking kid. Which is pretty typical of the Discord, or the guy in the Discord would be posting something like that. curious now. I was sort of able to keep my sacred flame when I was holding square in the air, so maybe I'm able to do that. Okay, restarting. This is fucking ridiculous. No. Not dealing with that. How much does this game have? What do you mean, how much this game has? How much does this game have to offer? Well, really, it's got quite a bit in it. I mean, if you were talking about how much content does it have to offer. But if you're talking about how much the game is, the regular version, at least for me, since I'm Canadian, it's... Oh, you cock-sucking fucking prick. It's $4.99 Canadian dollars, and $79.99 for the Oxide edition, which gives you Oxide, Crunch, Zem and Zam, along with exclusive skins from the pack. But I didn't get the Oxide edition. I just got the standard edition. I just got Zim and Zam from the Pit Stop shop. But surprisingly, the objectives you do in this game, and the amount of stuff you can do, it sure makes your pit stop, it makes your Wampa point amount definitely very gradually get bigger, which is good because you need it for characters and legendary skins, which legendary skins offer a character their own custom podium animation based on the skin in question. And for Coco, it's one of her exotic skins is, or one of her legendary skins is the princess skin from Crash Tag Team. Oh, as in content, yeah. It's got quite a bit. I mean, this isn't all we're gonna get. There's gonna be like, there's gonna be a few more tracks added into the roster after, I mean, there's gonna be one track that's gonna be added into the game on July the 3rd called Twilight Zone or something. Twilight Tour, which is Twilight Tour, from a Grand Prix event that they're gonna update the game with. And that will contain not only more more decal paints, but I call it decal paint decals because that's what basically it is. It's just decals for the car in question, but the Grand Prix is supposed to offer not only more characters, but also a car in favorite. So the Grand Prix on the 3rd is actually going to offer five additional characters. And that being Tana, Amy, Isabelle, Megamu, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Liz. Those are going to be the playable characters in that event, and then so on and so forth. They're going to make the prehistoric playground event called Back in Time, where Baby T from Crash Warped is going to be playable. The little dinosaur Crash rode on the back in the prehistoric era levels. He's going to be playable, and apparently a baby Crash and a baby Coco are going to be playable. Nothing has been mentioned of what they look like, because it hasn't been revealed yet what they look like. I'll just listen to this music for a little bit. It sounds kinda... Huh. Yeah.
So, you's beat me fair and square. I doubt you'll be this lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Ah, brother.
I feel like when he said that, he was anticipating the guy to like freak out, but he realized he didn't get a reaction. He's just like, oh brother, no reaction. You're a wuss. You're not fun. Oh boy.
Well, the little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
I didn't do the other thing though, Nitro Court. But maybe I might stop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream for now. I might do the rest of this later. Because I feel like most of it was based off of most of the stream was about me trying to get the time trials. And then realizing that I wasted my time trying to do the 3 that I thought was possible because Entropy's time appears on the high score, but it turns out you have to be, if his thing doesn't open, like if it doesn't say Entropy opened, when you do the time trial, it means you're not fast enough to have his ghost open. His ghost be unlocked. Which is bullshit, because I swear to God I was going as fast as I can in Cortex Castle and Oxide Station, and both of them still... So, maybe, if possible tomorrow, I'll try to focus more on adventure mode. So, but yeah, the game's content is quite a lot. Because, I mean, if you look at customization here, and like bodies and stuff, you got all these cards here. This one's just for 100%ing the game. So not only beating Oxide, but beating him again and getting all the relics and such. The rest of these are only in the pit stop shop, which you might think, well, it's gonna take a while. Well, you're right, it's gonna take a while to get these, because most of these card sets have their own preset of decals already unlocked. Like this one's supposed to have the flames on them, on the front, the flame paint decal. I guess they're just called decals. Anyway. But yeah, the decals change how the paint applies. Cause like when I use the Oxide, or use this and then use like that, then it uses the secondary color that is in the paint. So the way I see it is the ball here. If there's, it's kind of like the war paints in Team Fortress 2. There's sections of it that take part in a certain part of the weapon. In this case, it takes several parts in the cart. So the green being on the stripes, the light green, the lime green is lighter lime green is on the exhaust pipes, and the slightly blue metallic is on the rims of the parts here of the console. Yeah, it was a good watch. It's definitely, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool too. Roadster pink. That's actually kind of cool. I want to try that sometime online. That looks like really good paint. I like the shininess of this paint. But yeah. You think that these are only the available ones, but of course that's the Entropies fucking paint, and then that's Fake Crash's paint, because these are in the purple gem in adventure mode, which also is what happens when you do it in with the character Fake Crash. The rest of these are paints here that are in Pit Stop Shop, and look how many there are. There's like one there, okay, except for these two. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 other paints. Like, look at this one. Radiant purple, Radiant red, Radiant orange. I like this one. If I could find this one, I'd much like to get it. And of course, these ones are pretty cool too. Electron blue, purple, pink, red, aqua, green, yellow, and orange. All kinds of paints. It's just like Team Fortress 2 war paints. Relic gold, relic sapphire, relic platinum. Oh, these ones. Okay, the ones that are relic themed are not Pit Stop Shop. Apparently these are unlocked when you get all the relics in the game. And all the platinum relics in the adventure road. I don't know how that would work. If you got the would you just have to keep on doing the same thing in order to get all three things, or would getting a platinum mean you get also the sapphire and gold? I don't get that, but it's pretty neat. Anyway, it's nice that I had someone watching. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream, watch a bit of YouTube before we go to bed. Yeah. Anyway, ta-ta for now.